This week, I decided to cut the shit and remove all simple pleasures and distractions from my life. I'm going to tell you what happened, but if you clicked on this video, you're probably thinking about doing the same. So I ask that you listen. I think this could help you. I'm documenting my progress from ground zero so that you can see what works. So let me go at this raw. Here's the things that I did and the 3 major benefits that I experienced from doing it. So the first major thing that I did was remove all cheap dopamine from my life. And I'm sure you've heard about that 1,000 other times before, but it really works. And I'll tell you why and what that did for me specifically. The other thing I did was focus on getting outside a lot. I moved into a new place. I got myself a bike and I've been riding around the parks and stuff like that, and just getting outside and enjoying nature while getting some exercise. So those are the 2 biggest things that I did. Removing the dopamine, and that means, like, you can probably imagine all the cheap pleasure, Netflix, spending time wasting entertainment videos on YouTube, scrolling on Instagram, you name it. You know what that is for you. And now let me get into the major benefits that I experienced. So the first major thing I noticed was feeling a sense of purpose and progress in my life. And of course, overall, that's hugely beneficial to my happiness and well-being and my mental health. And that's such a nebulous thing to describe, but it really connected me to what's important to me because I had that time to think. Honestly, when you cut out all that stuff, at first it's really boring, but you kind of come back to yourself and you come back into alignment. And I cannot overstate the benefit of that. I think that that's going to be majorly significant long term. So the second thing is gaining more clarity. Now, obviously, when you remove all that stuff and you have nothing to do, except for, like, part of this was working on things that were meaningful to me. Like, that was basically the only thing that I'm allowed to do. And I've heard the expression before that you can't steer a parked car. So taking action on some of my goals and really having nothing else going on in my life except for that gave me a lot of clarity about what's important to me. It's really hard to explain it at this point because it's so early on, but I feel a lot more clear about what I want in my life and kind of where I'm going and what's important to me. And really, it gave me a lot of insight into how specifically those bad habits and stuff were damaging my life and my clarity and my purpose. The third thing is really important. It's not to be understated. This one is huge, and it's gaining my own respect. I'm a guy that struggles with confidence. I'm going to just put that right out there. But I noticed by the end of the week especially that doing things that earn my own kind of approval, which is really what matters. I can look at my week and say, like, I'm happy with what I did. I feel like I put work in, and that makes me like myself more. That boosts my confidence, and it raises up everything in my life. So that one is huge. Cannot overstate that one either. It is absolutely huge. And that's something I want to touch on quick, is all of the things that I've mentioned are compounding effects. They're going to affect every other area of my life, your life, whatever, right? So these things, they are a benefit, but they're also something that's going to multiply and pay dividends going forward. So not to be overlooked. So just to recap, a feeling of purpose and progress, gaining clarity, and earning my own respect. Those are the 3 big things. So here's how I'm going to raise the bar going forward for next week. First and foremost, I'm going to be going to the gym 5 days a week. I'm really being strict and dialed in with that. Second, I'm going to be trying to really improve my nutrition and cut out, like, any crap that I don't need, refined sugars, you know the deal. So see how that goes. Third, and this one might be the most important, is really dialing in on my sleep and making sure that I'm getting sufficient rest every night. And then fourth is going to be tightening up my routine and kind of just trying to get more out of the time that I have. So I'm going to be writing out a schedule for myself and following that. And I will keep you updated as to what I'm doing, specifically as I'm doing it. So that's it for today. Just a quick recap of my week and what I'm going to be doing going forward. If you want to follow my progress, remember to subscribe. And also, if you have anything to say, if you can relate to this at all, please leave a comment. Maybe I can learn something. I'd love that. As a new channel, one of the things I'm most excited about is hearing from you guys. So please don't hesitate. But other than that, I'll keep you posted and see you in the next one. See ya.